Gary Peterson here. Today we're going to teach you how to kill a ball. It's really quite simple. And this is it. Here's the ball here. The ball is just dead. It just dies really quickly. So that ball, possibly, I'll slow it down on camera, but I reckon it probably died very close to that line somewhere, off a reasonably hard hit shot. So what happens, all I've really done is I'll push my racket down to the floor against the rising ball. So first rule is to try and get a rising ball. Move your feet down. And that one's back of the service box. It died. I'll have a look this time so I can tell where they are. Okay, so from there, I'll get around there. And that's in the service box middle for the second bounce. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm trying to make sure I use my feet. This is a problem. Most people, when they try and kill, they get lazy. The ball comes there, then it's there. And then they're trying to fight the tin to get it in, and it's really difficult. All because you were lazy and you didn't go and get the ball. Watch this. The second component to killing a ball after a rising ball is to push your racket down to the floor. So the more I can push down to the floor, the better it is. So if I go here and I go just cut down, so all I've done is done more work to the floor than I have towards the front wall. And it will push the strings around and everything as well. So I'll go around here and I'll push down. So if I just try and put a lot of work, I'll just try and put as much work as I possibly can down to the floor. Here. See that? That's like here. Second bounce is here. Like, wow, that took out. The other ones that I'm hitting hard, they're back of the service box, and this one is up here, all because I didn't hit it as hard and I went for the floor. So around here, there, that's just on service box. I should have done better than that, but it's pretty good anyway. So it's just on the service box that it had its second bounce. So I go from there and I just cut. There, it's once again its service box. So, front of the service box. So the cut is really, really important and really, really impressive. If you want to kill a ball, don't hit it super hard. There's no good hitting it super hard if you're gonna, because it gives it more longevity in its bounce. You need to have reasonable pace on it here. There, look at that. Bang, I just went in strong with my body. That's the next point I'll talk about. So what I haven't done is turned my body too much. I haven't thrown everything at the ball. I've kept my structure in the body, which allows me to really push down directly through the ball and get this really good point of impact that I can control the ball 100%, so it works really well. So I haven't overturned. Body strength here, and it just kills. You almost punch kill with slice. Now let's talk about the action. The action is not from your arm doing this. And yes, you've got to get your racket above the ball to start, but you really only got to get your wrist above the ball. Because when you get good, all you got to do is just that through the ball. So if I come through here and just do that, that's what the drop shot does. That's a cut, 100% cut drop shot, which wasn't even a drop shot. It was almost a half a drive, half a drop shot, nothing. So there, and I missed it. There. As long as I push down, there, it will cut and kill. So at high pace, there. Just got to get that snappiness into it. So it's not the big arm that does the job. It's a sharp wrist on the ball once you get your feet in the right position. So first rule, get your feet in the right position, get the ball in the right spot in relation to your body. You'll notice I get around beside the ball a bit, so I can really get it in the middle of my body so I can activate my core through the ball. So we need to kill it and work on really just cutting it through. You can cut across and inside. So I can cut across and inside. That allows sometimes to swing a little bit of freedom rather than pushing it out, and it gets really difficult because you're pulling it into your body as well. So that's generally a pretty good way to go. So I can go here, rising ball, and if I hit the tin, that'll happen, I nearly hit the camera. Around here, rising ball, and across, and it's pretty good. So I just went across for comfort. So I didn't go across to try and turn around my body. I've just gone across for comfort. So it's gone across so it can come in here, so I can drag it in more, because it's easier to drag in than it is to push out. So the more you can drag in, so it's like a power drive. when you start your racket there and you drag it in there. To pull it in with power. So I'm pulling power in and getting everything close at point of contact. So same with the kill, here, there, down, I've pulled it in as I've got power. So it's giving me a really strong position to hit off when I strike. All right, so the rules we've got are pretty simple, and it's not rocket science. You can get cut. I'll show you how to get cut if we take it late. I'll go through the rules firstly for the other one. Use your feet to get in the right spot, get the ball in relation to your body in the right spot. Get your racket above the ball before you start to strike. Cut down and activate your wrist through the ball. Cut as much as you can to the floor and don't overhit the ball. If you overhit the ball, it just gives it too much power. You've only got to hit it neatly or quite strong, and you'll go there really sharp and fast, and you'll be happy enough with the output power that you put into the ball, so it'll go well. Okay, the later one. When we're laid here, you've got to get that cut across as I hit the camera. You've got to get that cut across, as in the inside slice part of it. I've just got to grab the ball. You've got to get that cut across that way. So rather than the flat hit just goes forward there, you've got to get that cut across a little bit. So if I take it late and I cut across, here, late, that gives it that cut, and it slows and stops the ball when it hits the surface, either the side wall or the floor, and therefore it binds a little bit and it stays low. It doesn't bounce up and sit fat. The more you push your racket towards the front wall that way, the more the ball will bounce on and sit flat. The more you cut across and put spin on the ball, the more it will die. So it's quite simple. So if you need to let a ball go and you still want to play the kill, you just cut across the line of it a little bit. There, there, there. And it still dies quite well. Not as short as the cut on a rising ball, but it's just how it works. So it's the same for your drop shots once again. Here, there, rising ball. That should have gone in. That should be better than that. There, rising ball into the neck. Beautiful. No drama at all. So that's how you make a drop shot really good off a rising ball. All these shots are the same everywhere. If you want to play a nick from the back wall, back there, get the cut down, inside slice across the ball, and that will give you that one right from the very back wall. The camera's back there, I can't go back there. All right, so that's how that one works. You just cut down to the floor and across the line. Down and across, down and across, down and across. So it's down and across for kill. If I'm back here and I want to play a kill, down and across, down and across. That's just how it works. And then everything dies. And it becomes really simple. I should be really good. Problem is you're under stress and you're reaching and stretching and you can't do it all the time. So you've got to be on the ball and you've got to be capable. And you've got to have your body in the best position, which means movement is your real answer. It's strong movement and capability of holding structure when you strike. It allows the cut and push down to the floor that you need to kill the ball. So you can't do this if you don't train, as in a match. And so therefore you need to train for strength, for stability, for all that sort of gear. There you go. That's how to kill the ball. The rules are on the rise, bank, down to the floor. And it's that simple. Ball dies before the service box. It's all over at that point. Pretty simple. And it's not even difficult to do as long as you do the work with your body.